Those are my only
I'm
options.
sorry. I wish I knew a better way, something that would be easier for you. Just know that whatever path you choose, I won't think any less of you. Sometimes things just have to be done. I know that better than anybody.
Be a vampire, be partially soul trapped. Wow. Well, vampire is kind of a lifetime choice. Here, I'll save here. Let's see. And if it doesn't work out, then I'll just be a vampire.
Have you made up your mind? Are you sure? I'm willing to do it, but you need to think it through. You'll remain mortal, but you'll find yourself weakened within the soul cairn. I know this is
ready.
difficult for you. I hope you trust me. I'd never do anything that could hurt you.
I trust you completely. Sure.
Thank you. Let's not waste any more time then. I promise to make this as painless as possible. Hold still.
Weakened soul added. Alright. It's all temporarily. Completed. Beyond death.
I'd heard stories about the soul cairn, but never thought I'd see it myself. So far, it's about what I imagined. Just what my mother told me. I've also studied a little bit on my own, but there's not much. When something is trapped in a soul gem, and then the energy is used for powering an enchantment, the remnants are sent here.
Really?
Well, I think it's specifically the black ones. I don't know if the soul cairn takes just
That's
any
racist.
leftovers.
Just kidding.
Look at this place. Do you think anything would want to live here? The only things that can survive here are the ideal masters, the undead, and the souls themselves. Well, if you want to call that living.
Alright. Locate 'em. Let me actually equip. Let's see. Firebolt. Down sword. Just to save the charge in my great sword of flames. That did nothing.
Damn Akaviri shaman. How could I know it would trap my soul?
Nuh. The fuck is this thing? Bone man. I don't feel weaker. Seems pretty much the same. Actually gonna equip my arrows so it doesn't look so silly. Let's see. Look how many iron arrows I have. Isn't it crazy?
You must help me find my Arvak. He doesn't deserve to be in a place like this.
Arvak.
Arvak, my horse. We came to this horrible place together.
Oh wow.
We were attacked by monsters, so I told him to run. Please, he's such a loyal creature, and he's been running for so long. You have to save him. A place like this will change you.
Yeah.
Arvak? Arvak! Where are you? Arvak, please come back! Come back!
Weird. Arvak's skull in the soul cairn. Oh well. I suppose my next playthrough I can worry about that, but if I stumble upon it, then I will stumble upon it. So we are... yeah, definitely not in Skyrim. I know that much. And we're gonna head to the big giant scary castle. Seems about right. There it is. Come here. It disappeared. What the hell? Just vanished. That's weird. I saw it. That was a cool looking horse too. But Shadowmere's better, because he can't die. Shadowmere never dies. Whoa, lightning. Oh, I just noticed that. That's creepy. Ah, it's getting scary. And we got like floating pieces of the building too. That's weird. This looks like the wasteland from Terminator. Kinda does. I can't go through. Damn.
Mother.
Can't be. Serana?
Let me through.
I can't
I
believe
want to
it.
talk to you.
How do we get inside? We have to talk.
Serana, what are you doing here? Where's your father?
He doesn't know we're here. I don't have time to explain.
I must have failed. Harkon's found a way to decipher the prophecy, hasn't he?
No, you've got it all wrong. We're here to stop him, to make everything right.
Wait a moment. You've brought a stranger here? Have you lost your mind?
No, you don't...
You, come forward. I would speak with you. So how has it come to pass that a vampire hunter is in the company of my daughter? It pains me to think you
'Cause I'm just that cool.
Serana under the guise of her protector in an effort to hunt me down.
Let's see. I want to keep her
Coming
safe.
from one who murders vampires as a trade, I find it hard to believe your intentions are noble. Serana has sacrificed everything to prevent Harkon from completing the prophecy. I would have expected her to explain that to you.
That's why I'm here for the Elder
You
Scroll.
think I'd have the audacity to place my own daughter in that tomb for the protection of her Elder Scroll alone? The
Yeah.
scrolls are merely a means to an end. The key to the tyranny of the sun is Serana herself.
What do
When
you
I
mean?
fled Castle Volkihar, I fled with 2 Elder Scrolls. The scroll I presume you found with Serana speaks of Auriel and his arcane weapon, Auriel's bow. The second scroll declares that the blood of Cold Harbor's daughter will blind the eye of the dragon. Like myself, Serana was a human once. We were devout followers of Lord Molig Bal. Tradition dictates the females be offered to Molig Bal on his summoning day. Few survive the ordeal. Those that do emerge as a pure-blooded vampire. We call such confluences the Daughters of Cold Harbor.
Huh. That reminds me of a funny story. The Exes of Cold Harbor.
Now you're beginning to see why I wanted to protect Serana, and why I've kept the other Elder Scroll as far from her as possible. If Harkon obtained Auriel's bow, and Serana's blood was used to taint the weapon, the tyranny of the sun would be complete. In his eyes, she'd be dying for the good of all vampires.
I'll never allow that.
How exactly do you plan on stopping him?
I will rape him with fire.
Have you been listening to me? Like Serana, I'm a pure-blooded vampire. My presence on Tamriel is as much of a danger as hers.
And her
You
opinion
care
on
nothing
this?
for Serana, or our plight. Whether
Bullshit.
or not you've become one of us in order to survive the Soul Cairn, you're still a vampire hunter at heart. You're here because we're abominations in your mind. Evil creatures that need to be destroyed.
She believes in me, why won't you?
Serana, this stranger aligns himself with those that would hunt you down and slay you like an animal. Yet I should entrust you to him.
This stranger has done more for me in the brief time I've known him than you've done in centuries.
Oh!
Dare you? I gave up everything I cared about to protect you from that fanatic you call a father.
Yes, he's a fanatic. He's changed. But he's still my father. Why can't you understand how that makes me feel?
Serana, if you'd only open your eyes, the moment your father discovers your role in the prophecy, that he needs your blood, you'll be in terrible danger.
So to protect me, you decided to shut me away from everything I cared about. You never asked me if hiding me in that tomb was the best course of action. You just expected me to follow you blindly. Both of you were obsessed with your own paths. Your motivations might have been different, but in the end, I'm still just a pawn to you two. I want us to be a family again. But I don't know if we can ever have that. Maybe we don't deserve that kind of happiness. Maybe it isn't for us. But we have to stop him, before he goes too far. And to do that, we need the Elder Scroll.
I'm sorry, Serana. I didn't know. I didn't see. I've allowed my
Yeah,
hatred
didn't know, huh?
to estrange us
Bitch.
for too long. Forgive me. If you want the Elder Scroll, it's yours.
Thank
Your
you.
intentions are still somewhat unclear to me. But for Serana's sake, I'll assist you in any way that I can.
Do you have the Elder Scroll
Yes.
with you?
I've kept it safely secured here ever since I was imprisoned.
Good.
Fortunately, you're in a position to breach the barrier that surrounds these ruins.
What do we
You
need to do?
locate the tallest of the rocky spires that surround these ruins. At their bases, the barrier's energy is being drawn from unfortunate souls that have been exiled here. Destroy the keepers that are tending them, and it should bring the barrier down.
We'll return
One more
soon.
word of warning. There's a dragon that calls itself Durnevere roaming the Cairn. Be wary of him. The
Yay!
Ideal Masters
Dragon
have
fight.
charged him with overseeing the Keepers, and will undoubtedly intervene if you're perceived as a threat.
Alright. If I leave the Soul Gem, can I safely
As you've been
return?
traveling in the Soul Cairn, your body has become attuned to it. Let's just say a tiny part of you rubbed off on it, and in its place, a bit of the Soul Cairn filled the void. You should find no difficulty using the portal any longer.
Sweet. How'd you become imprisoned here?
When I entered the Soul Cairn, I had intended to strike a bargain with the Ideal Masters, the custodians of this place.
What was the
I
bargain?
requested refuge in the Soul Cairn, and in exchange, I would provide the Ideal Masters the souls that they craved. If I had foreseen the value they placed on my own soul, I would never have come here.
Yeah, they tricked
The
you.
Ideal Masters unleashed their keepers and sent them to destroy me. Fortunately, I was able to hold them at bay and retreat into these ruins.
And you're trapped.
Unfortunately,
Good
yes.
job.
Since the keepers weren't able to claim my soul, they had their minions construct a barrier that I'd never be able to breach.
You've been imprisoned here
Time
for
has
all
very
this
little
time?
meaning to me. Consequently, it has little meaning to the Ideal Masters as well. I suppose you could call this the ultimate waiting game, each watching the other to see which would give in.
Yeah, that's true.
Be careful, and keep my daughters safe.
Let's
Alright,
kill
so,
those
when we get back
keepers
next
and
time...
Get back to the prison.
Let's do it, sexy. When we get back next time, we will go kill these boneyard keepers, beat the shit out of them, and then release the mother, get the Elder Scroll, and probably meet the dragon along the way here pretty soon and kill it as well. Stay tuned for that. It'll be an epic fight, and as always, be sure to subscribe. Yeah!